motions. We've got cervical flexion and extension, but then we've also got capital flexion and extension, cervical side bending, and capital side bending, as well as cervical rotations. Okay, so a decent amount of motions that occur at the cervical spine. We're going to start with some capital flexion. So I'm going to have you lie supine for me. These motions are probably some of the most difficult motions for a patient to completely relax for. People don't like to let other people touch their heads or move their heads. Okay? So with that, I'll usually start, and this we'll talk a little bit more about this in modalities and stuff when we talk about traction and massage and all that other fun stuff that deals with the cervical spine. But I'll hold their head for a little bit before I really do anything with it. Maybe move it just a little bit, but then I start to work with the musculature there and try and get it to relax, to make sure that they are relaxing. Okay. Once I've figured I got them as relaxed as I'm going to, then I'll start taking them through the motions. Okay. So capital flexion and extension. What level does that occur at? Okay, atlantoaxial joint, right? So the very tip top, right? So if we start doing this,
probably be even higher, more
occipital. That's right.
Axial. Atlantoaxial is more rotation. Atlanto-occipital, I think.
I'll let go of your head. So remember, capital flexion is like we have a golf tee and the golf ball sitting on top of it. And the golf ball is our skull. Right? The golf ball is the skull, and the golf ball is doing this. And then here's our spine, our vertebrae. Okay? So, get your head back here. Get the hair all out of the way so that I don't pull it out. Okay, so I've got her relaxed, and now I just want to take her into some capital flexion and extension. Great way to do that is to come on the sides there, and so really at this point, my pinky and ring finger are the ones that are underneath her occiput. Okay. The others are at the side, and my pointer fingers are down kind of her jawline right there on the sides. And then I'm gonna do a little traction, not a lot, just a little traction, and then push like that. Okay, just moving at that axial occipital. I don't even know what the fancy word for that. Atlanto-occipital. That's right, not axial, because the axial is CT. Okay. I'm just going back and forth for cervical flexion and then extension. Or capital, thank you. Okay. And then if I want to do cervical, I can keep my hands here, but now I'm just going to go all the way up. And then to get extension, I would have her come all the way off the table so I can take her down to extension. And that's a motion that freaks a lot of people out, is going to that extension, because you're going past the level of the plinth and they have a hard time releasing all of the anterior structures and letting you do that, okay? But with this capital flexion, again, we're just getting this kind of yes and no motion, right? Or excuse me, yes and more yes.
More yes than
no. More yes than no. There's
yes
no.
More yes.
There's no that's happening here. So if we want to do that no motion, which is going to be our cervical rotation, then we just slowly come out, rotate one side, and then rotate to the other side. And she's doing a pretty good job of relaxing.
I'm really trying.
Okay, so there's our rotation. And then for side bending, I can move my hands a little bit so that one hand is supporting under the occiput a little bit more. And then I'm just going to come to one side, and to the other side. Can't remember if we have capital side bending on that one. Or if it's just, do we have capital? Okay. So this is just cervical because we're going all the way. We're getting that entire cervical spine included. And then with capital, we're gonna go back to the same hand placement we had with capital flexion and extension. And we're just going to move the upper cervical, that capital cervical portion, okay? So I'm keeping the rest of the cervical spine neutral as possible. I'm just moving, I feel like I'm squishing your head, you doing okay?
Mhm.
Just moving the top portion. So again, I'm just moving that golf ball on top of the tee. Okay? I think that's it, right? As far as cervical goes. Any questions on cervical? Okay, let's hit lumbar real quick while you're here. Okay? For lumbar flexion, I'm gonna have you supine again. And the easiest thing to move and to get lumbar flexion is gonna be her legs. So all I have to do is take both legs and I bring knee to chest just like this, and I make sure that we're getting some good curvature here at the lumbar spine. And I'm not like pushing down like that, I'm going all the way up and getting that lumbar curvature, okay? So there's my lumbar flexion. Nice and easy. And then back, and to get lumbar extension, now I'm gonna have her flip over, go prone. And again, I'm gonna move her legs, not her body. I'm gonna come under her legs like this, and I'm just gonna lift up and get her into some lumbar extension. Okay, it's all coming from my legs. My body's not really moving, I've got her supported. I just lift up at the legs. Okay? I know it isn't on there, you can do lumbar side bending in this position or in supine as well. You just grab the legs, pull them out to the side.
If they're wearing like a lot of synthetic clothing on top, you might want some Dyson or something that gives a little stick to the mat.
Yeah, with that,
They'll move.
I'll usually, if I'm doing lumbar side bending, I'll have them grasp onto the table or something like that. Then I'll pull. Okay? Thank you very much. Fine for me, please. Easy peasy stuff. Bring her up into hook line, and then I'm not gonna, I have my hand there because I was thinking I gotta support it, but I don't wanna support it because I want it to roll. I'm gonna allow that to roll and rotate so we get that lumbar spine in there.
Where might you consider putting your hand to stabilize?
On the hip surface. On the.
I'd probably be more inclined to go up top, like shoulder, to keep her from twisting her torso along
She's
with her
doing
trunk.
pretty good, so I'm not
Yeah,
terribly
but
worried.
if somebody's tight, then.
Let's say if
we
she's
might
tight and she starts to
Do something,
do that,
then
Then-
down that way.
I'd come here. Again, I'm not gonna stretch, so I'm not gonna go too far into it, but I'm at least stabilizing here and making sure that we're getting the motion that we want. Okay?